So let me tell you guys a story about how I locked myself out of our townhome. The things you guys need to understand is in our garage, from our garage it goes right into our kitchen. So like Audrey is traveling last week, so it's just me, and we never ever lock that garage door in the like between the garage and the kitchen. So while I'm making dinner, dude, I'm like multitasking. I'm cooking dinner. I had just gotten done with it. I had like put it into the stove with the broiler on to just roast it. While I'm doing this, I've been working on our garage door because the sun has just been hitting our motion sensor just right to where it won't close. So I've been trying to like mess with the sensors to get them fixed and like get covers on them. So I was doing this while I was cooking. I don't know what possessed me to do this. I was alone, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna... Our door has two locks, you know, the deadbolt and then the one at the bottom. So I hit the one on the bottom as I'm walking out, right after I had finished cooking. And I shut it behind me. I just don't even think about it. I start working on the sensors. I get them fixed. I'm like, all right, sick. As soon as I'm walking back, like all happy and like victorious, you know? And I jiggled the garage door. It's locked. Like I had walked out of the garage door without my keys or my phone. And in my mind, I had just got done cooking dinner. The broiler was still on in my mind. So like in my brain, I'm like, fuck, dude. I've just locked myself out of my house. The main part of my house, and I don't know if I left the stove on. Like in my mind, like, bro, I'm about to burn down my house. What is happening? I walk out and I knock on our neighbor's door, and this is the first time I've ever met our neighbors and they have ever even seen me. And I'm over here covered in black. I'm wearing these black sweatpants, and I've got bro, it's such a sad sight. I've got this hat on, but I'm wearing like a tank top, a black tank top. So they open the door. Lovely neighbors. I don't remember their name. I was too busy thinking about other things. But well, I mean, I told them that like, hey, I'm literally your next door neighbor. I locked myself at the townhome, and can I use your phone to call our landlord? And they're like, yeah, okay, that's fine. So they give me their phone. And I'm like, I don't know the number. I don't know the number of my landlord. I've never known her number. So I Google the company that we pay every month, and I find them, and I call that number, and it's just ringing, and she doesn't answer. I'm like, I gotta leave a message for her. But yeah, I gave them back their phone. But I'm like, God, what if she calls back? And like, I don't know how what's gonna happen. So after I do that, I say goodbye to our neighbors. I wish I remembered their name. They were really nice. But after that happens, I walk back around and I sit in my car a little bit in the garage. I'm just sitting there. I'm like, bro, what do I do? Like, I don't know if the broiler's on or whatever. So I'm just sitting there just thinking about like, what if I actually left it on? And like, what if things are just burning right now? So I try to jiggle the lock more, and like, yeah, I don't know what I expected. Nothing happened here. It's like when you play an RPG, you go to a locked door and you jiggle it once, like, oh, it didn't work. You do it again, didn't work, nothing again. I just did it like 4 or 5 times on some copium that it's locked. Yeah, it's still locked. Cause like I don't know if my neighbors will know where to find me if my landlord calls back, and I don't know if she's coming. So I decided to go to the other side because I don't want to go back to the first neighbors and ask them to call again. I'm very embarrassed myself once. I don't want to do it again. So I walk across our street, and there's like a row of five townhomes. I knock on every single one in my stupid ass outfit, going like this, like my hands in front. I'm just like rocking back and forth, just trying to look as innocent as possible. None of them answer. No one answered the door. And so I go to the corner of our townhome. There's another townhome over here. I let him know what's going on, and he's just like, oh yeah, so you can use my phone, it's perfectly fine. So I call the number again, and my landlord answers the first time, and she's like, oh, did you get in? I'm like, no. I'm still locked out. And there must have been some kind of miscommunication, because she was like, "Oh, do you know your garage door code to get in?" Like that. I mean, that I don't, but that's not the problem. I'm in the garage now. Like I was in there earlier, and she was like, "Oh no, you should just." If you don't know what I can tell you, I was like, that's not the problem. The door to get into the actual house is locked. And I felt really bad because she must have had a lot of stuff going on at the time. Cause like there's like barking, kid yelling in the background, and like I just hear an audible. I'll be there in 20 minutes. I'm like, thank you, but I'm sorry. And she must have forgotten to hang up when we were done talking, because like this kind of made me feel even worse, because like usually when you say bye-bye and then you hang up the phone, she goes, god damn it. I'm like, bro, I just want to go to my house, I'm sorry. This entire time I was pretty much convinced that I had left the broiler on and said that something was going to be burning. But I get in there. This is like 3 hours too after I got locked out, and I get in there and I see my dinner ice cold, by the way. The broiler was, I turned it off when I left initially, so nothing was in any danger at all. But I just sat there, looked at the kitchen, like the post dinner mess and my dinner. So like I didn't even microwave it or whatever. I just got my dinner. I sat on the couch. I ate it ice cold. I watched Soul Eater, and that's all I did that night. I just sat there and watched Soul Eater for the rest of the night. But now we're back to normal. You guys get to enjoy that story of me locking myself out.